Hello, I am going to show you guys how to do these three problems really quick. Just double check your conversions. I'm going to use the chart method, which is the one that I have always used, but you can feel free to use fractions if you'd like. I showed you both versions on the other slide. So let's start with A. Someone's weight is 154 pounds, convert to kilograms. So we're going to do 154 pounds. All right. So this is the chart. We never use this bottom section unless you're doing a two-dimensional conversion. We don't usually do those, so you almost never see something down there. But we want to make sure that whatever unit we put here is the same on the bottom, right? So we're going to put pounds on the bottom also. And we're going to use our conversion factor that's given. So we have 1 pound, and on top we go 0.454. My decimal didn't show up. 0.454 kilograms. Okay. Now you'll notice that anytime you do a conversion, this section is always the conversion factor on top of each other. Now sometimes it might be flipped upside down, but they always stay on top of each other. So for math-wise, what this looks like is everything on the top multiplies, and you divide by whatever's on the bottom. So that's what this chart turns into math-wise. So we throw that in a calculator, and we just do 154 times 0.454, and we get our final answer is 69.9. I round to 1 decimal point because there's 3 sig figs in my initial number here. I ignore the numbers in the conversion factor when I'm finding sig figs. All right. So we're going to just erase some stuff so we have some more space for the next problem. Okay. So now another one. This is going to take more steps. So I'm going to show you how I link these together. Instead of doing 2 different conversion factors, I like to do just one big chart. Okay, so we always start at the front. Remember, we don't use the bottom, and whatever we're converting goes in front. 325 milligrams. All right, and then we got to figure out which of these conversion factors is going to get rid of this unit. Remember, we always want to make sure that this unit matches on the bottom. So we're going to put milligrams on the bottom. And the only one conversion factor that uses milligrams is this one. So I'm going to put 1,000 milligrams on the bottom, and 1 gram goes on top. All right, and now we got to do the next one. So I don't even have to calculate anything yet, but I do need to make sure, again, that my unit here matches the bottom. So I'm going to put grams already on the bottom. So I need 1 gram on the bottom, and then I'll put my 15.432 grains. There's no good, there's not really any good abbreviation for that on the top. So that's my setup, okay? And you'll notice, to double check, our milligrams cancel, our grams cancel, we end with the unit we want to find, okay? Now math-wise, what this looks like in a calculator is 325 times 1 times the 15 number. Man, my pen just doesn't like decimals. Okay, all over the bottom, which is 1,000 times 1. So that's what you plug into your calculator. Times 15.432, divide the whole thing by 1,000, I get 5.02. Okay. All right, so that's how you link them together. So now let's do one that's 3 linked together, just to see it go. Okay. So this is going to be a longer one, so I'm just going to go for it. And we have 3 conversion factors. So remember, we don't use the front part. We're going to put 610 leagues as our start. Okay. Now we got to, when you're given multiple conversion factors, you always want to find the one that matches the unit you start with. So I'll always put a league here. The only one with leagues is this one. So we're going to put 1 league, 5 to 80 yards. Okay. And then we'll use this one next because we need yards at the bottom. So 1 yard, 3 feet. That's F. And then lastly, our 6076.1 feet in 1 nautical mile. Okay. So then let's see what it looks like for the calculator. It'll be 610 times 5,280 times 3. I'm going to ignore the ones now. I think you guys get it. And then 1 times 1 times 6016.1. And that's what you'll put in your calculator. So this chart basically equates to this ending fraction in your calculator. So if the chart's confusing you, this should probably help. Everything on the top gets multiplied together on the top and you divide by whatever on the bottom. And if like this one, there's more than one thing on the bottom, there's a couple of different ways to do it. You can multiply all this and then divide by each one individually, or you can multiply the bottom and the top and then divide them out. However you want to do it. Just be careful to make sure that this 0.502 stays in the bottom, so you can put parentheses around this whole thing, or divide it out differently, but make sure that this 5.02 is divided and not multiplied in your problem. Yeah, hope this helped you out.